don't get arrested. Think, I gotta get arrested to meet him.
Yeah. You can just come down to the office. Yeah. You can just come down to the office.
Vid Central.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Vid Central. I'm at Rockaburger on Ladypool Road in Birmingham, guys, and I'm super excited because I'm back with another mukbang. And today, guys, it's actually one of my first ones, which I'm doing with a professional individual, guys. This guy is one of the biggest criminal defense lawyers in the UK, and I'm super excited to be sitting next to him and doing this mukbang with him, guys. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Akhmed Yakoob. How you doing, brother? You good?
Good, alhamdulillah, brother. How are you?
Amazing, thanks
Thank you for having me.
So just so you know, guys, we've got a massive buffet. We've got the pulled lamb, we've got the smashed burgers, we've got the grilled chicken burgers, we've got the signature shrimps, we've got lamb chops, we've got salmon and rice, we've got so much food here. We've got the Hannibal fries, we've got minced meat beef, we've got the chicken loaded fries, we've got the chili cheese bites, guys, crispy chicken burger, so much chicken and rice. And guys, we're going to start right now. How we doing? Actually, I'll let him eat that bite first before I start, yeah? So, guys, it's actually, as I said, one of my first ones where I'm actually sitting down with a professional individual, and I thought, why not bring this guy on? Because
sorry, I was hungry, so I was
we're both starving though, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? So, Ahmed, tell us a little bit about what got you into the legal field. What made you choose law?
I did want to do law at school and college, but I lost a bit of interest. But then something happened. One of my close friends got arrested.
Okay.
And he ended up receiving a 9-year custodial sentence. They went to prison for a long time, you get it?
Okay. And he was a close friend of yours, yeah?
Yeah, and then that, obviously, when he got convicted and he done his sentence, that's what made me get into law, basically, yeah.
Because you thought
criminal law.
If you were a lawyer, you
could have done something to help him.
Yeah, that's actually mad, guys. You actually was a lawyer because, okay.
Yeah.
And then, so what started happening? You started to study law. You went to uni, right? What was motivating at the time? Was it always in the back of your head about my friend?
No, it wasn't always that. I didn't want to do something because in university, I didn't get the best of grades. I got a 2-2.
Okay.
Just about scrape.
So it's really good though?
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Then I went done the LPC, and at university is when I started praying and stuff as well, quite a lot. That's helping me.
Okay.
And I just kept doing it, and this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to do criminal law from the start because of that.
I want you to touch on that just a second. You said you started praying and it started helping you.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by that exactly?
Praying, salah, praying namaz, innit? So I pray 5 times a day. I have to.
Like you just prayed now as well before we did this.
Before we started this.
Yeah.
Because I feel that you have to be grateful for what the Lord has given you, for what He's blessed you with.
Okay.
If you don't be grateful, then you can't ask for something else. Even because we should be grateful in it. Even that. Forget the financial blessings. The blessings we have, like we're able to see, we're able to talk, and all of that. Do you know what I mean? So we should be really grateful.
I hear that, and I think that I feel that gratitude is key. Like I always speak about this to people.
Gratitude.
If you're grateful, you're gonna get more. Like regardless of what test you come across in life, whether it's something bad or good, you got to be grateful because there's so many people who are less fortunate than us. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like
look at people who are less fortunate always. Then you can appreciate how blessed you are.
Amazing, man. So what happened then? You went to uni, you studied law, you said you got your degree.
Yeah.
And then what side happened after that? Did you get a training contract or did you?
Yeah, I got training. I worked voluntary for somewhere.
Okay.
For a bit. Then I got my training contract.
Okay.
And after that, then that's it. I opened my own firm. I worked for this firm that Marisandra Solicitors.
It's your firm?
It's my firm now.
Oh, so you weren't initially with someone else?
I was working there. As a consultant.
You started off and then you took over?
Yeah, I was working as a consultant. I worked there for 2 years.
Okay.
As a consultant. And then I took over in 2016, and that's it. From there I started growing. And now, alhamdulillah, doing very, very, very well.
Obviously you're smashing it now, but what kind of cases were you coming across initially? Like, how was it looking to you? Like when you got into the legal field, was it what you thought? Or was it a bit more difficult? Or was it easier? Or?
It was hard. In terms of competitiveness, to be a good criminal lawyer, you have to stand out for everyone else because most offences, they're covered by legal aid. So at the start, anybody, like it's very competitive when I was new. But yeah, alhamdulillah, now it's all good in it. But it was very competitive at the start, but now, yeah. You know,
So
when your idols become your rivals.
Yeah, that's mad. So like the lawyers you're looking before and now you're looking, yeah? That's
Alhamdulillah.
mad, man. MashaAllah, man. You know, so what would you say, like, what kind of cases were you coming across, or have you come across, like, within your career, like, as a lawyer? Obviously, now, right now, you've dealt with some serious cases in it.
Loads of cases from murders to high-end drug and fraud cases, conspiracies, all sorts, man. I'm dealing with 2 murder cases right now.
How did you feel when you're in a position where you're
Defending
someone did life within your hand, technically?
Ooh.
Do you know what I mean?
People don't see that side of it.
Yeah.
They think that sometimes people, you know, they be a bit annoyed and unhappy with the way they have the cases being dealt with, but they don't get it what we go through as well, because somebody's life is in our hands. Essentially what you just said, because when somebody's facing a murder case or a murder trial charge, they're looking at 25 to 30 years in prison, could be, and that's saving all that.
And that's what I was going to ask you. It's serving all of it, isn't it?
All of it.
So, guys, I want to hear that.
So
So
it's
when you guys, I'm doing this so you can actually get a bite in. You know what I'm saying? Basically, guys, you know, I want you to understand that look, when people think, oh, you only get half your sentence, etc., it's not with major violent offences. So, like, you get the full sentence. If you get 25 years for murder, you're doing the 25 years. Like, this is what some people say, oh, now he'll be out in 12. No, he won't be out in 12. He'll be out in 25 years. And maybe more if they cause trouble inside there, right? So, was there any big case that you dealt with that someone wasn't guilty of what they did, but it was so difficult because, whether it's murder or anything else, but it was so difficult because the odds seemed against them, but you were able to help them? And
Of course, yeah, there's people that have been in the wrong place at the wrong time. I see that all the time.
Okay.
And they're looking at literally life imprisonment. And those are the people that, you know, really need my help, you get it.
Okay.
And alhamdulillah, it's been all good so far.
How's the feeling when you get someone off that charge? Or when you got
feeling.
someone there, do you know what I mean?
Best feeling ever. That you can't buy that feeling.
Okay.
That's why I love this job more than anything. You know, when you get that not guilty verdict, when somebody actually gets off acquitted from court, it's just good. Alhamdulillah.
It's a good feeling.
It's the best feeling ever.
What would
I can't describe it.
before I start, I want you to taste this shrimp, because you know what, I'm sure you've seen me eating them right now, and I love my shrimps, but these shrimps are fire, man. They're actually fire. Your first mukbang, isn't it? It's his first mukbang, yeah. Obviously, guys, you know us, we just eat, and this is it. Have a chat, and it's a laugh, you know what I'm saying? But this is what I brought him on,
I'm
guys.
not used to being filmed while I'm eating.
I know, like some of them I guess have that issue, bro. But you know what, I was trying to, you can probably see me eating, I don't care. But I know what you mean, innit? I know exactly what you mean.
Number so like, alhamdulillah, doesn't matter.
But
let me eat.
alright. This is what I want you to see, like, yo,
Go on.
I want you guys to notice that this guy is dealing with people's lives. Like, when you look at a lawyer, you don't actually realize that they will try their best to save someone's life, essentially, because that person could get a long time. So, like, you're actually helping people, and it's not just that person, it's their family, everything about it, you know what I mean?
Imagine the amount of prayers we're getting.
Yeah. Now, mashallah, man, and you keep mentioning prayer, and I respect that, man, because it's something that makes you think, and like, yo, you have to pray to be successful. You know what I mean?
You have to pray to be successful, no matter what. Well, if you don't pray, I don't want to go on the religious side, but it's actually the truth. You got to pray, and especially if you're Muslim, obviously you have to pray and be grateful, like I said earlier, for what Lord's given you, innit? And if you're getting stuff and you're not praying, then I feel that's a test from the Lord
To see.
to see how you're going to react.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what my understanding's been from day one. So, alhamdulillah, that's kept me dedicated. My prayers kept me dedicated in the mosque.
So, how long have you been praying for? Like, obviously, many years.
Ages.
Obviously, you find a sense of peace in it as well, innit?
Yeah,
Mashallah, you know what I mean?
of course.
So, what would you say in terms of, you know, when I'll let you eat a little bit, but in terms of when people get arrested, I think some people are watching right now, you know, they might get arrested for things that they haven't done, right? And when they get arrested, sometimes people mess it up for themselves. You've probably seen this situation.
I've seen it.
So what should someone do when they get arrested?
So
In terms of calling you, for example, and then what should they do in a situation where they interview? Or,
see, when you get arrested, some people get really aggressive with the police and stuff and get on the defensive. So once the police have cautioned you and they are going to arrest you, they're not going to release you no matter what you say to them. So my advice is just be calm and quiet and cooperative with them. You're going to get taken to the station anyway. When they arrest you, they'll tell you why they're arresting you for.
Okay.
So when some people said, I got arrested for no reason, the police officer actually has to say the offence. So you are arrested for this offence. And then they caution you. So when people say, I don't know why I got arrested, they do know why they got arrested. All they need to do is be quiet, and just go to the station. And at the station, you get a chance to say something. So when you get booked in, the police, the sergeant will ask you, do you need a solicitor? That's when we come in. You say Maurice Andrews solicitors. Somebody will come down, no matter what the offence. And then after that, when the police are ready for interview, the solicitor, he comes and the police give him disclosure. Disclosure is basically all the evidence or most of the evidence they have against your client. Then we get a chance to talk to them, the client or the suspect, for as long as we want. Then we advise them what to do in the interview, and then we go in the interview. So it's not, there's a procedure.
So in terms of someone who gets arrested and when asked if they want a lawyer, they say no because they think I haven't done it, so I don't need to. What's your opinion on that? Because when someone hasn't done something, they don't call a lawyer. I feel as if they can mess themselves up because the police might try and.
Of course they can,
Yeah. So what would you say in that situation to every time you call, make sure you call a lawyer?
My advice is, you should have a solicitor present at the police station, because, like I said, sometimes you can incriminate yourself without even knowing it. Pass me a lamb chop, please.
Amazing.
Without even knowing it, you get it.
You know what? I see where you're coming from, and I think that people don't actually realize having a lawyer from the very start is a big thing, right? That even if you think that you know the law, you might mess yourself up. Does that make sense? Like, as you're saying, that it's your duty to help people, right? So if you're in a situation and you realize that someone hasn't done something, you're going to be able to help them. Then you might say something that could incriminate you without you knowing. Does that make sense? Right?
100%. I've seen those situations.
What would you say was one of the biggest cases you've seen or dealt with, whether you can mention it or not? Or
The biggest as in what way though?
like just a massive case that you were like, well, number one, maybe you couldn't believe that you were dealing with this case, or a massive case that you were able to help someone and you didn't realize how, like, that you didn't know whether you could get him off or not because you were like, there's so much evidence against him.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So I did represent someone on a conspiracy to commit firearms. Well, I was conspiracy to possess firearm with intent to endanger life.
To guns?
Guns, yeah.
Okay. And what happened?
That case, there's 9 people on that case, 9 of them. And there's people you probably know are involved as well, so I don't really need to go into it. But my client was the only one to get acquitted on that case.
Your client was the only one to get acquitted on the case? Okay.
Out of 9 people. So, and the evidence was, everyone was saying very strong against him, but I did say to him, look, if you think you haven't done it, you've not done nothing wrong in law, we could have a trial. He had a trial, we got off. Got acquitted.
How did you feel? Because he's the only one who got acquitted out of everyone.
I felt good, very good, because I felt like my hard work has paid off in it, because I worked really hard on that case.
Did you feel pressure when dealing with the case?
Yeah, of course you do. Especially at the start of a case, the police station, just somebody's arrested for murder, and I have to go to the police station or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's stressful because your advice sometimes could make or break the case. And and that's murder you're dealing with. Someone's died, someone's lost their life, unfortunately, and someone who's ultimately looking at 25 years in prison. So it's a big decision you have to make.
We keep mentioning that, but it's amazing how when you put it that way, that the job of a criminal defense lawyer is to basically save someone's life, and it is your time is your life, right? We don't know how much time we've got in life, but if you've got a lot of time, then
imagine you're 20 years old and you get 25 years. You come out when you're 45.
What advice would you have for the young people out there? Because
young people, my advice would be for people who go like sort of to the gangster path or the roadman path, if you can call it, innit? Before you try to stab someone or pull the gun on someone, go into your bathroom, close the door, sit there for about a day, and then think to yourself, would you be able to do that for the next 25 years of your life? Is it going to be worth it?
Mad, just thinking about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'll say, don't go down that path. What to do is listen to your parents. The youngsters need to listen to your parents, because two people who are not going to advise you if any wrong are your parents, and they do it without any sort of benefit to them. They do, and they're the only people who are going to be honest to you, your parents. Whatever they're telling you, listen to them. Pray, always pray. Thank God, and you get successful in the end. It's easy. You just have to be dedicated. You gotta do the same thing again and again for years, and then you get to in the end. It's not easy. Nothing's easy.
You're right. Like in terms of when you're speaking about the easiness, I was saying, was any difficult time in your life, like in terms of the cases like where you felt like it's a setback for you? Did anything happen, or did you go to a law case and I don't know, maybe you've been in a situation where some files have gone lost by the other party, or something's happened? Like, has anything ever happened where it's gone against all odds? Like you were like, what am I supposed to do? You woke up in the morning, you've gone there, and like something that you had no control over, no?
No, not really. Alhamdulillah.
Okay, alhamdulillah.
It's been good so far. Everything in my life, been blessed. Had to work hard. Well, alhamdulillah, been blessed.
What would you say the key is to being successful, though? Like in any field, not just law, like
any field. Yeah. I would say get up early, pray. You have to pray. I keep saying it, but you have to pray. You gotta get up early, pray. To have a healthy mindset, you gotta work out, so train a bit, and keep doing it. Keep doing the same thing, what you think. Have a vision and just don't let go of it because of what others say. Others only say it because they can't do it, or it's never been done in their circle, but it doesn't mean you can't be the first to do something as well. So if you got ideas, take them, because I see a lot of young people that they be a lot more creative than other sort of age people.
Yeah, I hear that, yeah.
And when some people say to them, that's stupid, don't. I actually encourage youngsters to have ideas, because one of these ideas can change the world. Look at people like Bill Gates, look at people like Mark Zuckerberg. They are ideas, but they
pursued what they had
them, yeah.
Ideas. You're right, man.
They never listen to other people. You get it?
Would you say there's anyone who inspired you?
No one really, alhamdulillah. Just
let's say
my inspiration was I wanted to make my mom and dad proud.
That was your reason why?
That was my inspiration.
Okay. So it was more about your reason why?
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. And would you say they are proud? I'm assuming they are.
Alhamdulillah, I hope they are.
Would you have any, I know you've given a message of motivation already, but would you have any quote that resonates with you? Like a big quote in your head that sometimes sticks with you, or like, something that resonates with you and you think about your whole life? That's an amazing quote, and that if I said to you, you had to have one quote that you could put in your room and you had to look at it every day, that was only that one quote. Is there anything like that you have, or that you could say?
The world makes way for people who know where they are going.
Amazing. That is amazing. Yeah. The world makes way for people who know where they are going. And you know what? That is actually true, bro. Like, I feel like it goes back to what you said about vision. Having a vision, if you're so clued on about it, even if other people haven't done it, you're clued on about that vision. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that, man. What's your plans for the future, bro?
Just carry on doing what I'm doing. Alhamdulillah. Grow my practice more. Alhamdulillah, I'm very well known now in the legal field, and even like I get clients from all over. To be fair, just grow my brand, innit? Morris Andrews Solicitors, my own brand.
Amazing. You said that.
Alhamdulillah.
Sorry to interrupt. You said about when someone is arrested, they should call Morris Andrews Solicitors. What if they wanted you directly? Could they say that? Oh,
yeah.
I want Ahmed Yakoob from Morris Andrews Solicitors.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You can, yeah. And then I'll answer this phone. It'll come through on my phone then.
Amazing. And guys, I just want to give you a quick tip. Yeah, don't get arrested just so you can meet him. You can actually just go to Morris Andrews Solicitors. You might ask if you can meet him there. Do you know what I mean? Don't get arrested. Think, I gotta get arrested to meet him.
Yeah. You can just come down to the office. Yeah. You can just come down to the office if you want to see me.
Feel free to go down to the office. And then imagine someone does that. So you know what? I need to get arrested now. Call him up.
Yeah. Don't be that person.
Don't be that person. But yeah, man, it's been amazing so far. And I think what I want you to really finish off with is just advice, man. Just advice for any like young people out there. Even if someone wants to pursue the legal career, bro. But it's not just that. In general, innit? Like, what advice would you have for? I know you give a lot of advice. What advice would you have for anyone out there who wants to go against the mold? Because as you said, a lot of kids nowadays, if they come from the pirate days, they want to be roadman or ghetto. You know.
Like they're saying, eagles fly alone, chickens they flock together. If you got something that's never been done before, be that eagle, carry on doing it, man. Don't like. It is what it is. Like I got told I can't do what I'm doing now so many times. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So you just have to carry on doing it, and then.
Have you seen them people who've said that to you? You've obviously seen them again.
I've seen loads of people. Yeah.
So how's the feeling? Like, do you feel like?
No, I just show them love. I show everybody love. Alhamdulillah.
I'm like killing it, man. So obviously, guys, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna enjoy more food. But we're on the kids. It was Sharia, Hamza, and
it was Sharia,
Hamza, and
Zain.
Yes. See, that's right. Teamwork. We met these guys when we just pulled up.
Sharia, and Hamza.
Yeah, we met them when we pulled up, and we said we'd give them a shout out. So big shout out to you guys. We met you on Ladypool Road. Don't know where you're from, but you're amazing young lads.
Good lads, top lads.
And you showed respect, and we kept true to our word because we remembered it now. You know what I'm saying? So guys, make sure you like the video, comment on the video, share the video, get following if you're not following already. Ahmed Yakoob, AKHMEDYA space YAKOOB, right? Guys, get following on Instagram, and if you ever are in a situation where you need someone, make sure you follow Morris Andrews Solicitors and Ahmed Yakoob. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Make sure you like the video, share the video. You know what I'm gonna finish it with? You gonna do it with me? Naveed Central. Peace and love.
Naveed Central.